Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things.
All right, let's go. Let's see what we can do here. See if Landry.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
They're going to take them all game if he's open.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 50-yard line.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham.
I'll tell you.
The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
All right.
Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And out across midfield down to the 45.
We'll take it.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He's tackled at
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on the
Wow.
line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
First down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
Hold the ball, my
They certainly
God.
had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go with Chubb on second down. He finds an opening past the 40. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Mayfield down. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Mayfield.
It's an 8-yard pickup. And make it a second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
Bengals nothing.
Now Mayfield. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
For the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will make our score 9-0. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 2nd down, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
A gain of 16 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Mixon with a first down carry. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A toss left, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. A give. This is Chubb. Always got some breathing room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Green. But this time it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To A.J. Green.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
24.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 16, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. for the second time tonight. This field goal unit comes out here.
A 29-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And 8 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Number 24.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 1.
This is out quickly to the right, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield on first down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. From the gun, Mayfield, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That really sets them back, a loss of 6. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go play action with Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake. Mayfield going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that will be incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2. Two remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Cincinnati.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play there on the screen pass. 54 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Handoff comes to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
he's got a man complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 93 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
55, mark, 55. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Bengals grab it. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
On the keeper. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward.